So you know, the budget on Morning Live is so big that we have traveled across the pond to make sure that you know all the Christmas essentials for the Brits. And by across the pond, I mean in Parkdale and Hamilton. Great to be back with Doug and the gang here. Hey, Dougie.
Good to see you again. I think this is year 3.
I think it is. It is.
Yeah,
It's become an annual thing to get, you hop me up on all the chocolate and crisps.
That's true. That's true.
Almost try to take you out of business.
I think at this point you're almost an honorary Brit.
I think I should be,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Store looks great. You're doing okay?
Yeah, I am.
Good stuff. We're going to kind of do something a little bit different. We're going to do your top 5s throughout the morning.
Yes.
Okay. First one is top 5 Christmas essentials when it comes to some of the things, British things that you have in the store.
Yes.
First one is what? What's this here?
Well, you have to have some proper biscuits in your house at all times through the Christmas season. So one of my favorites is the Marks and Spencer's. And as you can see, some of the cookies are covered in foil. And if you get a biscuit that's covered in foil, you know it's going to be a good one.
It's going to be, it's
going to be a good one.
There's not something secret in there that you might not like? Okay, so that's one. Let's stay with the treat theme, okay? What's this here?
Those are the selection boxes. They come in so many different sizes, shapes, brands, flavors. But to wake up Christmas morning with no selection box would be a very sad thing.
Very popular.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Then we get into the kind of the more savory side of things. What is minced meat classic?
That you use that to make mincemeat pies, mincemeat tarts. Very sweet and savory. So again, that would be a Christmas essential.
What is minced meat?
It's a mixture of fruit, I suppose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You think meat and you don't think fruit, but it is.
Exactly,
okay.
exactly.
All right, Luke's going there.
Mr. Kipling mince pies. Again,
So this is the same thing.
Basically, yeah. Some people like to make their own.
Right. Okay. So if you're not making your own,
Mr. Kipling is the one to buy.
Gotcha. Okay. And then lastly is the
Christmas pudding. Again, so many different sizes, shapes. We have gluten-free. We have alcohol-free. So we have a very good selection of the Christmas puddings.
You get tons of tins too.
I have a lot of tins. I myself like tins, so when I do my ordering, I order a big selection. And they're nice because most are under $20. Good little gift to bring somebody when you're going to their house as a hostess gift. You know
what's good with a biscuit, especially a biscuit that's in foil? A nice spot of tea.
Exactly.
Okay, we'll take a break. We'll come back with Doug's top 5 teas that you can get right here across the pond. Parkdale Ave in Hamilton on Morning Live. Welcome back to Across the Pond, where we are celebrating a good old British Christmas with my good pal, Doug. And we're doing something a little different this year. We've been here the past couple of years, and I wanted to kind of get Doug's take on some of his favorites, because you're the one, you run the store. You're always buying stuff for the store, and you know what people like, and you can kind of tap into that. So we did some Christmas favorites before, and we still have a few of the great tins and biscuits that you always have that are always quite popular, I'm assuming.
Yes.
But one thing is synonymous with biscuits and Brits is a spot of tea, a little tea time.
That's true.
Your selection of teas is extensive.
We probably have 40 different different brands and flavors.
So do people come in here for specific brands like Barry's Tea?
They do.
Is it based in nostalgia, or is it based on taste, you think, for them when it comes to their teas, or when it comes to anything?
A little bit of both, but when people find a favorite tea, they usually stick with it. And if they come in and their tea is not in stock, they will usually leave empty-handed.
They won't buy something else like a, what's this? Yorkshire Tea. What's that one?
That one is new to me. It's I've tried it. It's good. It tastes a little bit like biscuits. So you're having a biscuit and a cup of tea all in one.
But the fun is actually having the biscuit with the tea.
That's true.
So this is the same brand, but just a different style, Yorkshire?
Yeah.
Yorkshire Gold?
That's available in different flavors and strengths as well. That's the gold, so that's the posh one.
Oh, it is.
That's the posh one, yes.
What about Bewley's?
Bewley's, they're an Irish company. They've been producing tea, I believe, for about 80 years now. They've been around a long, long time.
Do you drink much tea yourself?
I'm an evening tea drinker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I was schooled by a proper tea drinker, and they said, in order to enjoy your cup of tea, it must be a proper teacup. Now, I thought that was just hogwash,
Right.
but I did go out and buy a proper teacup, and you know what? It does make a difference.
Like where your fingers out like that? Like it has to be.
Yes.
Do you have any proper teacups here? You got a lot of coffee mugs
Yeah,
and a lot of tea mugs
at the
and
moment,
things like
at
that.
the moment I don't, but there is a difference drinking your tea out of a mug and a proper teacup.
What's that one?
That's Marks and Spencer's. That's my #1 selling tea. That's the extra strong, and it's also available in the gold brand. But that's by far my #1 selling tea.
Okay. I've been here for an hour and I haven't eaten anything yet, Doug. That's pretty rare.
I'm sure you're going to rectify that.
I will, because you know what we'll do next? Do you want to do top 5 snacks / crisps?
We can do that.
We'll do that with Doug here at Across the Pond, getting you set for a good old British Christmas on Morning Live. There is no shortage of crisps. I think the first year I came in here at Across the Pond, I was calling them chips, and I was quickly scolded that you do not call them chips, you call them crisps. Back here with Doug, good to see you, bud. And you always have new flavors and new interesting things for me to try.
Yes. When it comes to crisps, I think they stay awake late at night trying to think of new flavors to come out with.
Well, they're making them, so people must be eating them.
Yes.
Okay, so what weird ones do you got me to try today?
Well, we're going to start off
Where do you want to go? So these here, what are these?
with the cheddar. They're like little cheddar crackers.
Okay, so this big bag has a bunch of little bags
That's true.
in it like this.
And that is the dragon's breath flavor, which is always interesting.
So are they hot?
They're not quite as hot as perhaps the title would suggest.
It's building though.
Is it?
There's a little kick there. All right. There it comes. Little delayed. Pretty good though.
Yes.
Okay, not bad. Marmite, I've tried before.
Marmite.
I kind of always forget. What is Marmite again? How do you describe it?
Well, it's made from yeast extract.
Right.
It's a very beefy, salty taste.
Yeah, it's fine for a chip.
And while we're talking about Marmite, I should let everybody know that we finally do have Marmite in stock. There was a worldwide shortage of Marmite for a little while.
Because you spread it on toast. That's
Yes.
the whole thing, right?
Yes. But this COVID thing has brought in shortages of the strangest things.
And Marmite being one of them.
Marmite was one of them, yeah. You could not get Marmite anywhere.
But you got it back in now.
We do.
Okay. What are Mr. Porky?
They are pork scratchings. Not the type that you would buy here in Canada, but they're actually deep fried pieces of pork.
Like, not like pork rinds. That's what I was thinking, like. Oh, the smell on them is quite pungent.
It is, it is.
There is actually, there's a warning here on the back that says only suitable for those with strong, healthy teeth. Although every care has been made to remove bones, some may remain.
And just a warning, sometimes you may even find little bits of hair. But they have assured us that in no way affects the quality of the product.
I do not like these.
Again, it's one of those love it or hate it kind of thing.
I love coming into doors to Doug's store and bashing all the products that he has. But listen,
But that's a product.
that is for somebody though.
It is, and it's.
You do sell a lot of these.
It's the product where people come in, they see them, and they're not buying one bag.
They're buying a bunch.
They're loading up, yeah.
Listen, okay. Well, you always got a great selection of crisps and so many other things to get you in the holiday spirit, to remind you of home, across the pond, Parkdale in Hamilton. There is no way that I'm coming to see my good pal Doug here at Across the Pond and not having a little British chocolate. So we're saving the best for last.
We are.
We've been kind of all morning long showing off some of Doug's faves in the store, and there's tons of options when it comes to chocolate. And there's a lot of new stuff in here, Dougie boy.
There is.
Like, what's all this stuff? This dairy milk.
Well, there's dairy milk, fizzy cherry, no frowny brownie, and banana fee nut crumble. Now, what Cadbury does is they invite people to send in their own ideas for chocolate bars.
If they're good or bad.
They pick the top 3, put them into production, and I believe the one bar that sells the most, they keep into production.
Oh, okay. There's another Cadbury one here that is golden caramel.
That's new.
Okay.
And it certainly passes my taste test.
Does it?
It does.
Well, let's see if I have the similar taste test to you as I open this up.
Okay.
People always complain, you're just like, you're in.
And that's going on your tab.
Exactly.
Yes. Okay.
The tab is getting pretty darn big, I have to say. Okay, yeah, so look at the color of that. Very nice. Going in. Oh, that is nice.
That's nice.
You know what it tastes like? A Werther's. Do you get that? Tastes like a Werther's.
I don't.
I don't know. I think it tastes like a Werther's.
But everybody's palates are different.
There we go. Right. No shortage of Kit Kats.
No.
Different flavors of Kit Kats.
Yeah, we usually have about 16 different types of Kit Kat.
Oh, my kids would love these. So this is actually, is this Fruit Loops?
It is Fruit Loops inside of a Kit Kat bar.
You got there, you got zebra, you got green tea, and you're always getting new stuff. Look at the color of that. Ah, that's cool. That's Fruit Loops.
It is.
That's Fruit Loops chocolate bar right there. That's good.
So
Okay.
that is a Christmas essential. Everybody gets one of those usually in their stockings. Now there is a proper way to eat it.
Okay, so I'm opening
and
this
that's
up.
by opening.
Okay. Taking it out.
Now you have to give it a good old-fashioned smack on
Right here?
on the table.
How hard?
I believe the other way.
Like this?
Yes. Really hard. Open it up.
Would that be hard enough?
Well, we'll soon find out.
Because that opens it all up.
There you
go.
All those little slivers of nice orange flavored chocolate.
There you go. It's on my tab.
Oh, you're offering, are you? Thank you.
Doug, how long have you been doing this for now?
I believe this is year 23.
23. So are you finding that you had people here that now have kids that bring their kids here?
Yes, and that's the strangest thing. You know, years ago, people would come, bring their kids in shopping, kind of an annual Christmas tradition. And now I'm finding that those kids are bringing their kids in, which doesn't make me feel any younger. But it is a nice feeling that it's a multi-generational thing here across the pond.
Well, you're a big kid just like me, Doug.
I know we are.
Good to see you.
Yep.
Merry Christmas.
Same to you.
Across the pond, Parkdale. Going left. Ooh, I haven't tried that yet. Luke, you want one? That's okay. That's on your tab now.